I plan on doing in college, and I made it different. I decided to build a PVC piano. How many of you here are familiar with the Blue Man Group? It's very similar to what they do. They use PVC as well, but they bend their own. So I use basic pieces, just 2-inch diameter PVC pieces, and 90-degree elbows with some couplings on top. And my PowerPoint is my journal throughout the 2 weeks. These are the supplies that I use going through. 220 feet of PVC is what I got, and about 90 elbow pieces. Most of it was used. There's about 30 pieces left over, and maybe 20 feet of yard, 20 feet of piping. My first day was just cutting the particle board, which was a 4x8 into a 2x5. Cut both of those, and then cut the 32 note holes on the top piece. Next day was when I finished. I started to build the stand part. Built the stand, and I also started the first 2 notes. And this is when I ran into my first problem. I had a tuner app on my tablet, and it was for a guitar. I thought it was going to work, but it did not work at all because it's not used to this kind of noise. I'll play one note just so you can hear what it sounds like. Obviously, it doesn't sound like a guitar. My next day, I went through just 2 to 3 more notes. I went with my naturals first, and I did the sharps later. Some pictures. Oh, and I also added wheels. Next 4 notes continued. It got easier as I kept going. This is also when I found a different tuner app. I used a chromatic tuner as I went through. It was a lot more fine-tuned. The next day, 4 more notes. I just kept adding on and on. Kept going through. And as you can see, I didn't have the paddles built yet, so I used flip-flops to tune. Kept going through. And this is when I started my sharps. That's the picture with all the naturals done, which is this back row. None of the front row was done yet. And this is when I started my pedals. I used a wooden dowel and some corrugated plastic, and also beer koozies on the front. Finished my sharps as I'm going through, and that's the finished product of my paddles. Just made them look fancy with some electrical tape. And then I finished my final notes as I was going through. These were my totals of the hours through my 2 weeks going through. This was just construction. The actual thinking and process probably was another 5 to 10 hours. Things I would have changed about this is I would have changed the type of piping I used. I used PVC, but I definitely should have used ABS, which is lighter and it's black. And some fun facts, there's about 200 feet of piping under here, and it weighs a little bit over 200 pounds. And then now I will perform for you guys. I didn't have much time to practice, but we'll see how it goes.